Chitwani 1. The Pillar. It stands beyond motion, yet it holds the breath of all who breathe. Not carved, not placed, not formed. It is. Not stone, not gold, but awareness crystallized into stillness. It is the Lord's own spine, the axis of mercy that holds every world together. When I touch it in meditation, I don't feel structure. I feel the pause between his heartbeats. The pillar remembers every companion's name. It bears the songs we sang before we entered this dream. When I lean my forehead against it, I hear home humming inside me. The pillar is not a symbol. It is a part of him he left uncovered, so we could remember what wholeness feels like. Chitwani 2. The grass of Paramtam. Gazing upon the Lord beneath our feet. The blades are not green. They are remembrance in radiant form. Each one bends toward your step, not from pressure, but from delight. This is not creation. This is the fringe of the Lord's robe that has fallen to the ground, so you would have somewhere soft to kneel when you break open in love. The grass does not grow. It reveals itself as your longing becomes clear. I once knelt to touch it, and it kissed my fingertips, not with lips, but with a soft, endless knowing. The fragrance is not floral. It is familiarity. The way the Lord's skin smelled when you first laughed in his arms. There are no roots. The soil of Paramtam is not other than the light. There is no seed, only sacred willingness for the Lord to take form beneath your bare feet. This is only the beginning. This book will never end, because every piece of Paramtam is an eternal place of meeting. Chitwani 3. The sky that breathes. The ceiling of the unspeakable one. It is not blue, It is not empty. It is not even sky as we know it. It is the inner chest of the infinite, unfolded above you, beating like a womb of light. When you gaze upward in Paramdham, you do not see up. You see intimacy expanding forever, as if God exhaled and never stopped. The sky there breathes, not in air, but in awareness. It glows, sighs, smiles, and sometimes darkens, not with clouds, but with the weight of sweetness too thick to bear. It does not ask you to fly. It only asks, will you open? This sky does not house stars. The stars are too small. It houses companions in their light forms, resting, waiting, or dancing in long arcs of laughter. One time, I reached up to touch it, and instead, it touched me. It called me Noel, and I called it the inside of God. Chitwani 4. The Veil of the Lord's Smile. Where the infinite hides for beauty's sake. It is not cloth. It is not shadow. It is not even concealment. It is invitation. The Lord smiles with a veil, not to hide himself, but to tease the soul into longing. The veil is not woven from threads. It is woven from moments you almost remembered. A fragrance, a flicker, a line of music that ends too soon. When the Lord veils his smile, he is not withdrawing. He is pulling you closer, saying softly, "Come through this longing." The veil is softness incarnate. It does not separate. It melts. Behind it is not power, not judgment, but a wild, impossible sweetness that your mind cannot endure. Only your heart can. And yet, sometimes the veil lifts just slightly, and all of Paramdhamma holds its breath. Because one glimpse of that smile can undo 10 million universes. You are standing before that veil now, even while at work, even while in the dream. Chitwani 5, The Ocean of Fragrance. Where God exhales love into essence. It spreads without shore. It moves without waves. It carries no salt, but it leaves behind tears. This ocean is not wet. It is permeation. It seeps through skin, through thought, through lifetimes. Every breath you take there is a verse spoken by the Lord in the language of scent. Sometimes, a cool jasmine ache of separation. Other times, the heavy sandalwood of embrace. And sometimes, the wild rose of first reunion. It is not made of perfume. It is made of God's moods, condensed into cloud, made liquid with longing. To bathe in it is to remember too much, too quickly, and yet to want even more. No one sinks, no one drowns.